Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad for you to join us today. And today we're going to talk all about the cost of living in Scottsdale. Cost of living in Scottsdale is changing. Inflation is everywhere. Cost of food and other services is going up. So really, what is it like right now in Scottsdale, Arizona? Well, I'm going to cover all the differences and all the changes in this video. So if you're interested, stay tuned.
You know, we get a lot of calls from people that are thinking of moving to the Phoenix metro area and Scottsdale specifically, and we absolutely love answering your questions. We've both lived here for a very long time, so we're very familiar with the community. And we're here for you. So do me a favor, give us a call, a text, email, DM, however you want to get a hold of us. We are here for you, and we're here to answer all of your questions. You can also put a comment down below, and we'll respond to those down there as well.
Yeah, and all our contact information is listed right down below. So nice, easy access. So we're going to cover the gas, home prices, utility, food, transportation, and healthcare costs in this video. First, let's start with gas prices. So gas prices have actually gone down recently from what they were several months and a year ago. So our average prices here for regular gas is $3.62 in Scottsdale. And that's last year average was actually $3.75. So we are going down, although in the last week or so it's gone up a few cents, but it's hovering right here in the mid $3 mark. And for premium, we're talking more about $3.90 to $4 or so a gallon. So that's nice to get to where we need to go, having more affordable gas, because believe me, we feel everyone's pain. And back when it was over $4, almost $5 a gallon, it was getting tough to go to those pumps and pay $100 or so to fill up.
Yeah, so while we're more than some parts of the country, obviously, but considerably less than places like the West Coast. So, just like everybody, everything has gone up, and gas is no exception to that rule. So, you just need to be prepared for it and plan for it, and make it part of your budget. Probably the biggest change in the cost of living in the Scottsdale area is going to be our housing. It has gone up dramatically in the last couple of years. It's well known in the news that the Phoenix metro area prices increased pretty significantly over the last couple of years. I think the average price of a home in Scottsdale right now is about $542,000. Quite a bit up. I think it's up about 42%, was it, Josh?
42%.
In the last year or so. So, the cost of housing has gone up a lot.
So next up, let's cover utility costs. And that's one of the good news around here in the Scottsdale area is they're actually down about 10% year over year. So your average electric bill, again, is going to drastically change depending on the size of your home and how much electronics you use, and just overall how much energy or how efficient your home is, such as the AC is one of the big factors. But average across the board is right about $153 a month for electricity, and then phone cost is right about $168 a month. And again, I just want to stress that these numbers do change pretty drastically depending on, for instance, phone, how many phones you have, what type of service you have, all those different things. And then same with your home is just generally how much electricity you use and how efficient the home is. The larger the home, generally, the more electricity you use. And then the more efficient the home, the less you're going to use.
But there is a good news, Josh, for the utility costs, especially the electricity here. And we have what's called time of use plans. So if you can figure out the most expensive times of the day to use electricity is kind of mid to late afternoon. Number one, when most people are using it and when the temperatures are the highest. So if you can avoid using the dishwasher and the washing machine and things like that, anywhere from, I think it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Those are the high times. So run your dishwasher at night after you've gone to bed. The same with your pool. The pool is a lot of the electric costs here. So if you can run your pool pump in the early morning hours. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll really cool the house down during the day and then kind of turn the temperature up a little bit late afternoon so that they're not using quite as much electricity to cool their house off. And that seems to save quite a bit of utility costs for people.
Yep.
So
That's
you
where
know, just reach out to us. We're more than happy to share that information with you and the things that you can do to help you keep your utility costs much lower.
And that's where smart thermostats and things of that nature come in handy to help you really program and make the most out of your energy usage.
You know, there's one more thing I just want to say about that is our utility companies really are good about trying to help us figure out how we can conserve energy. So you can actually sign up for what's called an energy audit. I just got a letter in the mail from the utility company saying that they would come out at no charge and they'll do a utility audit for you and tell you where you're wasting electricity and maybe where you could save a little bit more money. So that's a great option for people that are looking to keep their energy costs down.
Next up is food, and food overall is up about 5% over last year, and we saw it rise the year before that as well. So generally, food costs are up. Unfortunately,
yeah, our eggs here are just as expensive as anywhere in the country right now.
Yep, lately eggs and things of that nature and dairy has gone up drastically.
Now back on the food costs. Now when it the cost for going out to eat really has gone up some, not as much as I was thinking that it had been. It's up about 5. And I would say most of that is that obviously the restaurants, they're having to pay more for the food. It's becoming more difficult for them to find servers, so they're going to have to pay them more. So it's kind of expected that we're going to have to pay a little bit more when we go out to eat as well.
Next up is our transportation costs, and those are actually down 3%. Transportation costs are things such as bus fares, vehicle maintenance, and things of that nature, which also include gas, as we talked about earlier. So overall, that is down 3%, which is a good thing. That means it's a little bit more economical to get from one place to the other, especially if you're trying to travel and enjoy this time of year down here in Scottsdale where it's so beautiful. You want to get outside, you want to go places. So having it be a little bit more affordable is always a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to healthcare costs, unfortunately, those are up to by about 3%. So just like everything, it's just everything has become much more expensive. The cost of testing is more expensive. The cost of staff for hospitals is more expensive. Even doctors' offices. Insurance costs are up, so it's expected that those prices are going to be up a little bit. So 3% seems fairly reasonable when it comes to cost increases. But just like everything, when you put it all together, it ends up being a lot for all of us. And so we do have to figure out ways where we can save money. And that's what we're all about. I mean, that's what we do for ourselves here in Scottsdale. And we're happy to share all the tips that we've learned on how to probably, be able to conserve things in these tough economic times for a lot of people.
Well, thanks for joining us for this video talking all about the cost of living here in Scottsdale. If you did like that video, please hit the like button. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And then make sure to get that bell icon turned on. That way you get notified of all our future videos because we upload twice every week. Well, thanks for joining us again. We'll see ya.
Bye.